Hey, what's up guys, it's Sayak from Exploring Tech, and recently MI6X was launched, or let's say MI A2, mighty mid-ranger competitor, after a very successful yet not very much sold the Redmi Note 5 Pro from Xiaomi. Thanks to those iconic flash sales from Xiaomi. While both these devices are going to have a lot of things very much in common, but there are quite a few different things that will put them apart, except we are not talking about the price. So definitely within the very few things that are different, there are a very few things again which will definitely freak you out. At least it did freak me out when I did read the specifications of both the devices. So the MI6X, I just want to get the weight off my chest at the very first. So let's just point the arrow at that. MI6X is going to have the Snapdragon 660, which is definitely better than the Redmi Note 5 Pro, and is definitely going to cost a little bit more than that, but that's not the point right here. It's going to have a stock Android, which is by this time I don't think we have to explain why it's a good thing on a phone. And then it has those amazing cameras, 20 megapixel primary camera with f1.8, and then a telephoto 12 megapixel camera with f1.8 again, and in the front we have again 20 megapixel camera with f1.8. That is really tops the Redmi Note 5 Pro on paper. And even if it is not gonna perform a lot better than the Redmi Note 5 Pro, let's take for example, it is gonna perform every bit as good as the Redmi Note 5 Pro, which today is one of the hot smartphone cameras in the market that money can buy, in the mid-range price segment, obviously. Now this is so much goodness in a phone already, but which it actually is, with the Redmi Note 5 Pro being so much great and hardly anything to complain actually about the device. Now on the contrary, Xiaomi has shed the thickness of the MI6X to 7.3 millimeters from the Redmi Note 5 Pro's 8.1 millimeters, which was already really slim, and shed the battery from a whopping 4000 milliamp hour battery to a 3000 milliamp hour battery, which in today's time it seems really punny for a phone with nearly 6 inches of screen. And I think I just went speechless when I saw the specs and learned about this. And I think it turns out that the more price you pay for a smartphone, it becomes less practical day by day. And companies are just going to market their products in with such a feature that is actually really useless to us users. But anyway, keeping things aside, I just wish, and I can't do anything more, but I just wish that this trend does not carry on and become a reality, which it has in the flagship department. But this is not just the end thing, that only feature that breaks this phone or makes me freak out, but the mighty headphone jack on a mid-ranger, budget to mid-ranger phone has been deleted. Now, come on, what are we expected of? First of all, in the first hand, there are not a lot of wireless or Type-C headphones. There are not a lot of good ones, first of all, and then we do not have a lot of options, secondly, and then the wireless or the Type-C ones are easily going to be outperformed by the wired ones, which we have for the same price segment. We are expected to buy a Bose QC35 for a budget to mid-range phone, which actually outperforms or outholds the price of the phone itself. Now, these two things that I felt are one, that with the battery, I really hope that it doesn't go this way. I don't know why they did that change to make it slimmer. I mean, who wants a slimmer phone with a way less battery? And the headphone jack on a mid-ranger, you deleted the headphone jack? Come on. With the flagships, it's understood. A person pays so much money, that means he definitely has the money to buy a very good wireless headphone which is compatible with it. But come on, it's a budget to mid-range device. All the headphones we have, we are unable to use them to their full potential. They're just a waste and are gonna go in the trash can if we are not using our old phone with it. I don't know what's going to, or where it's going to end in the future. But for now, both the decisions were not really well managed, I think. Again, I don't know if the MI6X is going to launch in India or not, and if it's going to launch like the MI82 or not. Whatever the price is going to be, it's definitely going to be a little bit higher than the Redmi Note 5 Pro. That's been it, I think. But be wise actually, and in making your purchase decision, and just don't get swayed into what the companies actually try to promote or market according to their ways. That's about it. Thanks for watching. Catch you later.